Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ron from High Ground Gaming. It's been a while, but now that all my school is done and all my other obligations are done, I can now start making my videos again, which I miss doing. And what a better way to get back in the swing of things than to talk about a deck that I took this past weekend, February 10th at the regional in Miami, South Florida. 43 people. Sixth place have all those people made top 8 with a 5-2 record. With Obi-Wan Maz, last minute choice. I have the couple decks I've had, but I went with the deck that I was more comfortable with, and a deck that I knew how to play, and not just turn my brain off. So I'm gonna go over the deck, gonna go over the match, how I did matchup wise, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. So Obi-Wan Kenobi, Giant Master from Legacies. You know, three for $1 melee, 2 shield sides, resource blank, activate, give a character a shield. Phenomenal. You know, the 3 for $1 is kind of a pain in the ass when you can't pay for it. But thanks to Maz, who we know who Maz is, with her focus, you'll be able to focus that 3 and just start smacking people with 3s every turn. And yeah, I chose Maz over, you know, Rose or Yoda or any of those other characters because she's the more consistent, and you know, excuse me, and yellows, of course, with blue, one of the best colored combinations you can have. Obi-Wan's Hut was gonna use Outer Rim's Outpost, but everybody at the regional seemed to be playing it, and when they would pick mine, I would get a guaranteed shield on Obi-Wan every turn. So worked out in my favor pretty well. So let's go into the upgrades. The upgrades, there's 10. First we have 2 Shotos, obviously. Helps make the shield game a lot better. Having 2 of these and another one of these weapons on Obi-Wan means you're guaranteed like 2 or 3 shields. You know, you give Maz a shield, and you can remove your opponent's shields if they're shielding up, which I did a lot. So yeah, solid 2 drop weapon, good size. Rey Saber, Obi-Wan Saber are the 2 1-ups. Reason being because I can lightsaber pull it if I need them. They're unique, so you can't really play 2 of them. And Obi-Wan Saber is a lot more restricted because it's only for blue characters. So if they kill Obi-Wan, you can't use it. With Rey Saber, it has redeploy, so you can just move it around everywhere. 2 Force Illusions helped save me a couple times. Only bad thing is sometimes it milled the weapons or cards I needed. But the times it did work, it works. So as much as I, you know, kind of hate it, it's necessary and it works. 2 Ancient Lightsabers, nothing really much to talk about. Solid 2 drop heal, you know, good damage sides, great turn 1 play. Heirloom Lightsaber, one of the new cards from the starter decks, very good, solid damage sides, and if it's on Obi-Wan, or if it's on a blue character, but Obi-Wan's blue, it has redeploy, so in case they kill Obi-Wan first, Maz gets a bunch of weapons. So, you know, none of these weapons are anything, you know, anything you haven't seen before, very much. So there's no room in just explaining anymore. So, events, we got 1 Ataru Strike. I did have 2, but the problem was a lot of times the shields would get blown away depending on the matchup. And this card was essentially just a game ender. You know, having the 3 shields on Obi-Wan, use on his 3, do 6 damage. Won me one of my matchups. And speaking of winning matchups, riposte, just throwing shields at my opponent when their characters are about to die. You know, won me a couple games as well. 2 guard, great removal. And if you have, you know, melee sides on your upgrades like the modifiers on Shoto and Rey Saber that you can't use, guard it away. If you were unlucky in your rolls and got the 3 for a resource on Obi-Wan, you know, guard that away too. Getting rid of 2 to 3 dice with this card is pretty devastating. Caution, you know, remove a useless character dice to give someone another character 3 shields. You know, you rolled in Maz, her dice are trash after you focused, and they went after Obi-Wan. Play it. Obi-Wan gets 3 more shields. 1 lightsaber pull. Same reasoning as a Ataru Strike. I don't really think you need more than 1. You have to spot a blue character, so if you get late game, you're kind of screwed. But like a Ataru Strike, you need blue character dice. But if there's a weapon you need to get, it's there. Having it in my opening hand to get a Shoto I need or anything I need is pretty good. And Unbreakable was a card that I added in. I took out the Electroshocks because I tried to make it to where I had to have a whole lot of spot blue characters. And this card will get rid of pretty much anything. You know, even if you have no shields, you can get rid of like a blank or a special. And since you'll have at least one shield, it's always going to be a viable removal, and it helped in a lot of my games. So, very, very good card. Loth Cat and Mouse, a card that I had people ask me as to why I played it. I played it because it's a 0 cost, and the theory is that I put into practice was with Obi-Wan's dice, you're going to get his dice in and out quick, resolve them quick, and you'll be left with dice that you don't really care if you lose. So being able to Loth Cat a blank Maz dice, or make him choose a crappy dice that you don't need and get rid of their important dice, it's very good. Synchronicity is another game ender. If you have a melee and a shield sign in your dice, 2 unblockable. Having this late game when we all ramped up your upgrades, being able to do all of that unblockable on top of the damage you already have is pretty brutal. And Easy Pickings, another new card that I hate because it hurts me the most. I can't tell you how many times in my regional experience that against a hero deck that had yellow, they would Easy Pickings my Obi-Wan dice. But it is a good card. You gotta spot yellow, but Maz will live long enough. I had this, against Hondo and all the special stuff going around, but it put in work in a lot of the games, so I wouldn't take it out. 2 Reaping the Crystal, another good ramp card. Being able to get out a Heirloom Saber, a Ray Saber, or Obi-Wan Saber turn 1, for $1 less. What more can you say? And then a Truce money card. I was running Well Connected, but I feel giving them a resource and having Ambush to be able to do my plays was a lot more productive than giving my opponent a card they could potentially smack me in the face with, or depending on what you're playing against, they have Force Lose or Second Chance, and then you're going to be in for a long haul. So that's the deck. It went through a lot of different trials and errors and different versions. This is the final version I've settled on. I don't think I'm going to change it at all. Like I said, I went 5-2. I have 7 rounds. Round 1 was against a friend of mine. He played a mono red vehicle deck with Poe, Rose, and Rookie Pilot. It was very interesting, but unfortunately he couldn't roll well enough and he couldn't ramp up vehicles enough. Round 2 was against Boba Phasma, which could potentially be a tough matchup because of Boba's special. If they roll out first, which the guy did, and got the special, and you roll in Obi first, and he gets a 3, that's 3 damage that's going to someone. But I was able to get consistent shields, killed Boba quick, and then I was able to riposte Phasma in the end, thanks to Force Illusion blocking 6 damage. And then round 3 was against Talzin Tarkin, which is a very interesting deck. Initially I went after Tarkin, but when he put on a Force Illusion, I just decided to switch to Talzin. So I did like 3 damage to her, and I killed her round 2. I was able to get a number of upgrades, and then it was just me having to deal with Tarkin. The indirect didn't do much because I kept getting shields, and then the final round I was able to roll 10 damage. He already had like 3, so I was able to kill Tarkin quick. My 2 losses came in a row. My 4th and 5th round were my losses. 4th was against Sabine Ezra. I lost how you would expect. Running interference, never tell me the odds. Sabine, 11 damage. Locking me out from doing anything, so, happens. Round 5 was against the 5-die hero vehicle deck with Ayla, Rose, and Ezra. Killed Ayla quick. I think it was round 1 I killed Ayla. Then I was able to do enough damage on Rose and then kill her later. But by then he had gotten most of his vehicles out, and the indirect damage was just a little too much for me to to take despite the shields. I couldn't get enough mitigation, so unfortunately it snowballed downhill and I lost that one. The round 6 was another Sabine Ezra deck, which I groaned at, but I won this one. I pulled it out. It ended up being Maz and Ezra left. Both had 3 damage. Maz had a Ray Saber, a Shoto, and 3 shields, and he had a holdout, a X-Sniper on Ezra. And he rolled him out, didn't get much. I rolled out Maz, got a focus. I did my stuff. I ended up having a focus and a shield on the Shoto after I rerolled, and I focused that to the 1 damage, and he did his whole running interference thing where he did he got a 3 for resource, the couple modifiers, and a resource side on one of his other dice. So I did the 1 damage. I played it off like I was going to lose something. I'll just do 1 measly damage. Like, alright, take the resource. I went riposte for a game. And he was not expecting that. And the look on his face, he's like, okay, was not expecting that. So if he was, he'd say he was going to do the damage differently. But I pulled that one out of my ass somehow. And then my final round was against my friend Jared, another one of the local players. It was my locals. He was playing Zebre. And like pretty much whoever won our match was going to top. Went through both Force Illusions and second chances that he had on Zeb. I focused on Zeb. And I was able to kill him. And then Ray had some guns on her, but she couldn't roll damage, so I was able to kill Ray. It wasn't a quick game in terms of killing. It was quick as we just kept rolling, did our stuff. Because we play each other a lot, so we just roll, we make quick plays. So, yeah, went 5-2, got 6th place. And lost in top 8 to the 5-die vehicle deck. He had easy pickings every hand, had garbage chute, into the garbage chute every hand. Removed my Obi-Wan dice every time I rolled damage, and I just sat there and passed. And he kept ramping up, so. But I won the map. I got these clear tokens, and yeah. Overall, it was pretty fun. I wasn't expecting a top, but with a last-minute deck choice, but I did. And met a lot of cool people. Did a video with Knights of Ren. They did a video thing on my deck. So shout out to them. Met a lot of other cool people that came from like Orlando and the Tampa area. So a lot of people came down from up north to come down South Florida. And yeah, it was a fun time. Would definitely do it again. And PPG did a great job officiating it, so it went smoothly, despite some hiccups in the beginning. But yeah, and that's pretty much it. Nothing left to be said. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Look for more content from High Ground Gaming coming in the future. And I hope you guys like this. Comment, like, and subscribe. And if you want to see a write-up of this deck, I'll have a link in the description where I did put this deck on swdestinydatabase.com. I had our whole write-up, so you can read pretty much what I just said about my matchups if you want to read it. So I'll have that. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later.